Hi everyone. This is Julie with You to Be Healthy, coming to you again live with Tuesday Tips at 10. And today I want to share with you a little bit about a tip for keeping New Year's resolutions. I mean, there's a million of them out there, but this one is often overlooked, and I think it's a real important tip, and I kind of learned it and I would like to share it with you, and maybe it'll help you all keep your resolutions. And the New Year's in its full swing, right? We're already into the new year. We're still kind of writing 2018 on our checks, but we're getting a little bit more used to it. But anyway, people start off with these great big goals for the year, and then not too long into it, their motivation just kind of wanes. You're just, they all start off like, yeah, I can do this, and then it's like, ugh. So how do you keep your goals from falling by the wayside yet again this year? Well, there are many ways to stick to your goals, and I highly recommend you take the time to study and get some tips and learn how to achieve your goals. There's actually a process to it, and you need to learn it. It's not hard, but it does take some effort. But one of the biggies is finding, quote, your why. And your personal why is what's going to get you through those days where you just don't feel like doing it. So what are your goals this year? I mean, you have them written down, right? That's a really big tip, kind of as a side tip. You need to write your goals down. Be specific. Put a timeline on them. Remember, a goal not written down with a plan on how to achieve it is just a wish. And those type of wishes just rarely come true. And you have to forgive my bad hair day. I broke my curling iron. Let's use, for example, the goal many people have of maybe losing weight, getting healthier, that type of thing. It isn't just enough to say, I have a goal to lose weight this year, or I have a goal to get healthier this year, or eat healthier this year, or exercise more, whatever it is. It just isn't enough to just say that as a general term. You need to be specific. So if your goal is to lose weight this year, well, how much weight? Are you wanting to be a size 6 or a size 12? I mean, be realistic. If you're a size 24 and you want to go down to a size 6 in 6 months, that's not realistic. It's doable eventually, but you're not going to achieve that in 6 months. That's not healthy anyways. But if you're a size 10, you could potentially reach a size 6 before the year is out and do it in a healthy way. So, be specific on what your goals is. If you say you want to lose 20 pounds this year, we'll break that down. How many is that per month? And what do I need to do daily to lose those pounds every week and every month? Write all those steps down. Have a game plan, sort of like a roadmap to your goal. And there's a ton of free information out there that will help you break it down, because people are like, well, I don't know how to do that. It's out there everywhere. By all means, take the time to say, well, okay, I'm going to learn how to do this. And it doesn't take long to learn it. Once you know the steps, you're like, oh, this isn't so hard. Okay, so make sure to look for those ways. But what I really want to share with you today is a biggie that is often overlooked, and that is your why. I mean, why do you want to lose weight? Or why do you want to get healthier? Saying I just want to look better isn't enough. It's not enough of a motivator. It's not enough to keep you going on those days you just don't want to do it. It has to be something that really moves you deep inside. Is it because you want more energy to play with your kids? Is it so you can fit into your wedding dress this summer, or maybe look really good for that class reunion? And those are great reasons. That's fine. But be real specific on what they are. Or maybe it's more serious, like you want to be able to walk without pain. Or you're wanting to lower your cholesterol or your blood pressure. And maybe you're trying to prevent diabetes that runs in your family. Or maybe you're already a diabetic and you're trying to get your numbers down. Where do you want those numbers to be? Be detailed. Paint a vivid picture. If you want to lower your blood pressure, for example, find out why do you want to lower your blood pressure. And most will say, well, it's because it's a good thing to have lower blood pressure, right? But that's not enough. You must become very detailed as to why. I mean, why is a good thing? Why is it a good thing to have lower pressure and lower your blood pressure if it's high? Is it to get off your blood pressure medicine that makes you feel yucky? Or maybe you could look at it from the point of what could happen if you don't lower your blood pressure. What's going to happen? You could die of a stroke or be paralyzed from a stroke and someone else raises your kids. Okay? Most of us know it's a good thing to lower your high blood pressure, but most don't want to think about the consequences if you don't. And I know that sounds wrong. They don't want to think about the why because it's scary. You know, they don't want to die. They don't want to have some person raising their kids, or they don't want to stroke out and be paralyzed on one side of their body, because no one wants to think about that. But when you paint that picture, that becomes a really strong image in your mind, and that's your motivator. If you're wanting to get your diabetes numbers down, like your A1C numbers, maybe it's so you don't lose your vision or have a limb amputated down the road. It's really vivid, isn't it? And again, I'm not trying to be negative, and I'm not saying you should always focus on the negative. I'm just saying that you want to paint a vivid picture so you bring that why from deep within. I mean, this vivid picture, imagine you or your loved ones having to go through that. The more vivid you can paint the picture, basically, the more real it becomes. And that reality then is your motivator for those days when you don't feel like going to the gym to exercise, or getting up early to exercise, or you want to go through the drive-through instead of eating a healthier meal. Those deep driven reasons as to why you're taking those steps to get healthier are what's going to keep you motivated through those days where you're just like, yeah, I give up, too hard. Okay? When you have a deep why, then you realize it's not that hard. I mean, it is, but you got the strength to keep through it. And you must write your goal down, and then write down your why. And also write down what you're willing to do to achieve it. And notice how I said what you are willing to do. Not what you have to do, not what you should do, not when someone's making you to, because then the little kid inside of us says, oh man, I don't have to do that. You know, she's just making me. Okay, but that changes that have to willing to do. It makes you feel more empowered because now you're wanting to. And that, when you want to do something, then you're more apt to achieve the goal as opposed to feeling like you have to. So that shift in mindset will really help with your motivation. So take some time right now to determine your why. Write it down. Take some time and paint that vivid picture in your head. And again, I'm not saying focus on the negative. Take the negative, paint that vivid picture, and then picture yourself flipping that around. Flipping it around to where I'm not having to take blood pressure medication anymore. I'm actually stepping down off of it, and now I don't take it, and now I feel wonderful. Or I can now walk to the park with my grandkids, and because I'm not in severe pain anymore. So these are the motivators to keep you motivated when you say, I don't want to get up and exercise, or, oh man, I'm sick of eating healthy. I want to eat something junky. I'm tired. I give up. You know, I've always been fat. You know, those type of things that happen to us come February, March, April. Those type of feelings come up when you have that deep why, and you get that image in your head. You can push back the plate. You can get your butt up out of the chair and take it for a walk. Because now you have a really good reason. So again, write it down, paint that picture in your head. And what I suggest, if it's a really important goal to you, write it on some Post-it notes and stick it around in different areas where you'll read them often every day. On the fridge, on the bathroom mirror, you know, visor of your car, wherever. And you know, I highly recommend finding motivational quotes to help kind of keep your motivation going as well. And the other suggestion I make is only start with 1 or 2 really important goals. Don't try to change too much all at once. Sometimes we'll make these laundry lists of everything that we think is wrong with us. And we're like, oh, wow, I'm really messed up. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I always tell people, don't be so hard on yourself. Leave that job to others. So only pick 1 or 2 really important to you goals, and then just work on those. And then as you achieve, you can always add goals later. So there's always something more to achieve, but just pick one or two at a time. So I hope this little piece of advice helps. Today I want to give you a free ebook. It's the 7 Big Secrets to Losing Weight. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it's actually a really good ebook. And I think you'll get a lot of good information out of it. And I'm going to give it away to you guys for free. So give me a minute to put it down in the comments. And as always, if you have any questions or you want to talk more one-on-one about your health goals, that's what we're here for. Thank you for tuning in, and you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.